Hello students, today in this video I am beginning with module 2, which is corrosion and metal finishing, and the topic which I have chosen to understand in this video is corrosion and cause for corrosion. This corrosion word is oftenly heard word or commonly it is known as rusting. So now what exactly this corrosion is, definition we'll understand in this video, as well as reason for corrosion, why this corrosion takes place, whether it is natural one or not, that will understand in this video, and the reaction, what exactly the reaction that takes place during corrosion and all, that we'll understand in the next video, that is in under electrochemical theory of corrosion we'll understand that. But here reason why corrosion takes place, that cause we'll understand this video. So let us begin with some introduction, students. So now this corrosion word, it is not new word. From centuries we are hearing this word, and so many philosopher back then they wrote on corrosion. Then scientists started thinking about corrosion, and there was discovery how exactly and why exactly this corrosion does take place. So now, okay, now first introductory part, the word point, the word corrosion is as old as earth, and it has been known by many names. Okay, so commonly it is known by name rusting or rust. The term corrosion is used to denote change. Okay, what exactly happens during corrosion is change of metal changes its property basically. So now this word corrosion is derived from Latin word corrodere, or precisely this corrode word is derived from Latin word corrodere, which means to gnaw to pieces. Now this gnaw to pieces meaning is nothing but ultimately anything which converts into pieces, which destroys into pieces. This is the meaning of this word corrosion or corrode. So now, very important thing. So corrosion plays major role in world economy. India itself loses around its 4 to 5% of GDP annually on account of corrosion. Now here, effect of corrosion on economy could be direct or indirect. So now I'll give you one example to understand it more easily. For example, in industries there will be boilers, big boilers which are made up of metal, and in those boilers water will be taken, and that water will be converted into steam or super hot steam. So that steam is utilized for run any machinery, or it has its own uses in any industry. So during that boiling process, the inner wall of the inner surface of the boiler gets corroded, and the specific type of corrosion is known as stress corrosion. And whatever this phenomena we are observing, it is called as caustic embrittlement. In detail about it we'll understand in the next coming videos which I am going to do on types of corrosion. So if there is caustic embrittlement, the inner wall of the your boiler loses its efficiency. If it loses its efficiency, there will be effect on the steam production, and also this might be the indirect loss of corrosion. For that, if there is if the boiler loses its efficiency, we may have to use more fuel, we may have to use more heat to boil up the water and all. So it's being the indirect loss of corrosion. Now direct, what it would be, if continuously this caustic embrittlement takes place, and suppose there is formation of hole on the boiler, either may have to repair it or we may have to replace it, so which will be a direct loss due to corrosion. This both the way. So corrosion does affects the economy. For example, one more example I can give you here. Suppose there is a bridge made up of metal, say. So periodically we may have to paint it in order to avoid corrosion. This accounts for indirect loss due to corrosion. So every time we may have to scrap up the paint, so labor charge is involved there. Then we may have to paint the bridge, so paint charge and all, it is indirect loss. Suppose there is corrosion in that bridge, if it is severe, and suppose that bridge is broken off, then we may have to construct a new bridge of made up of metal, so it may account for direct loss of corrosion. So in the both way it does affect the economy. So now we'll understand the definition for corrosion. Now what it says, corrosion can be defined as spontaneous destruction or deterioration of metal by chemical, electrochemical or biochemical reaction with the surrounding environment. Simple. So what is corrosion? It is nothing but it's a spontaneous reaction, destruction reaction, or here metal loses its property by what? Chemical, electrochemical or biochemical reaction with the surrounding environment. Simple definition of corrosion. Now we'll understand some example for corrosion before knowing the cause for corrosion. Okay, very obvious, and we often see this in our day-to-day life. Rusting of iron. So what is this? First example, formation of a layer of reddish scale of hydrated ferric oxide on the surface of iron is called rusting of iron when iron Fe is exposed to moist air. Okay, so here is a picture. As you can see here, there is some machinery. As you can see, this reddish part, it is nothing but rusted part. Rusting, that reddish scale is nothing but your ferric oxide, hydrated ferric oxide. So as you can see here, there was initially there was paint, bluish color paint on the machinery, but it failed to withstand corrosion, and corrosion does takes place. And okay, one more example I have here. See, the ship body was, this is a ship body was made up of iron. So now it is entirely corroded and it is being dumped now. Okay, so now just imagine how much money they might have spent to construct this ship, and ultimately now it is scrap, so which will account for the economy in this manner. So here it is direct loss due to corrosion. So this is so these two examples are for rusting of iron. So next example, so here I have chosen examples of those metals which we are using in our day-to-day life. Okay, so second example is formation of green film of basic carbonate, CO3 plus CuOH twice, copper carbonate plus copper hydroxide mixture on the surface of copper when it is exposed to moist air containing carbon dioxide. When copper experiences this condition, it will undergo corrosion and it will form a greenish film. So in the case of rusting it was reddish film, here greenish film. Here there is one copper article, copper vase. As you can see here, this greenish part whatever coated on the surface of the copper is nothing but our rust of copper. So next one more example, as you can see here, copper pipes once again developed greenish color film on their surface because of corrosion of copper. So next example is formation of a thin oxide layer, Al2O3, aluminum oxide layer on the surface of aluminum metal when it reacts with oxygen or moisture. So here now see, in any case of corrosion, whatever this corrosion product formed, for example in case of iron, so directly hydrated ferric oxide will not be formed. Initially there will be iron hydroxide formed, later it combines with furthermore oxygen, furthermore moisture, and it will ultimately convert into ferric oxide hydrated form, which is nothing but our black rust. Okay, so now this whatever ferrous oxide hydroxide formed initially will be protective in nature. In what do you mean by protective in nature? So now whatever, if the surface of the metal is converted into its compound form, it resists corrosion. That this technique comes under this concept comes under prevention of corrosion, which we'll understand in the next coming videos. So So now here what happens, during initial state of corrosion, whatever corrosion product formed, they act as protective barrier for further corrosion. But if the moisture is too much, if the heat is too much, if that layer ruptures and all, there will be severe case of corrosion. Same thing happens with iron metal, but in the case of aluminum it is not like that. Okay, so durability of aluminum is quite more compared to iron, despite it being more reactive than iron. So aluminum is more reactive than iron, but still whatever aluminum articles, and they resist corrosion for prolonged time, because whatever oxide it forms during corrosion, aluminum oxide, it will be protective in nature. It forms a firm coating on the surface of the aluminum and resist further corrosion. Only if there is pit formation, scratch, or any rupturing of that aluminum layer, only then the severe corrosion does takes place. So okay, now as you can see here, there is one picture of aluminum frame. We all know that now window panels and are made up of aluminum. As you can see, this white powder, it is nothing but aluminum oxide. One more example, as you can see here, this is a aluminum utensil, aluminum basin. So here as you can see, there are hole formation. These holes are nothing but corrosion. These holes are formed due to corrosion, particularly pitting corrosion. So these were some example for corrosion. So next we'll understand cause for corrosion. Okay, point by point we'll understand. Okay, now very important here, corrosion is natural process. When I'm saying that, why natural process, we'll understand it later. Okay, now see, just like water flow, how water flow means from higher level to lower level. Always naturally water flows, it will flow from higher to lower level. Reverse from lower to higher is possible only when we are applying any sort of pressure to it. Okay, otherwise naturally water will flow from higher level to lower level. This is a natural phenomena. So similarly, in all the natural processes, they tend towards lower energy state. Suppose any element or any matter, for that matter possesses higher energy state in the nature, it will try to go back to its natural form, which will be of course at lower energy state. So here okay, now so how metal naturally found in nature? So it will be found in the form of ore, minerals, so in which they will be in compound form or combined form. Metal will be combined with some other elements and it will be forming a compound, and it will be at stable form or thermodynamically stable form or lower energy form. For example, iron, Fe. Fe is very important ore is hematite. There are different other magnetite, etc. But in hematite, iron will be in Fe2O3 form. So iron element is combined with oxygen and it will be forming a oxide, and that oxide will be stable. It will be there in earth crust till the earth is there. But what we are doing, we are extracting metal out of the ore, Fe2O3. We are giving some metallurgical during extraction metallurgy, we are giving so many processes to that metallic ore. Compound form we are converting into metal form. Of course it has more usefulness as compared to ore. So ore is just like a powder, brown color, hematite particular I'm talking here. Hematite is brown color powder, or it looks like your sand or mud only. So we can't construct a chair of it. Okay, so but imagine iron's chair, it is more durable. We can use it for so many years, and the only major problem with iron here comes is corrosion. Otherwise it is very hard in nature. Okay, so for our use, what we are doing, from its stable form, that is ore form, we are converting into metallic form, which will be unstable. Why? Because it will be at higher energy state, so thermodynamically it will be unstable. So now what? Okay, now because of this reason, what happens? Metal always naturally tend to go back to its thermodynamically stable form, which is the ore form. Now here, because the entities. How it does? It undergoes chemical or electrochemical reaction with environmental entities such as your oxygen, oxygen, water. So it will try to convert into its original form, but because of too much moisture, too much oxygen, what happens? This iron Fe will not end up as hematite, but instead it will end up as rust. Otherwise, if there is controlled reaction, it will be there is possibility of formation of Fe2O3, but because of too much moisture and oxygen and all, it will end up as rust. Okay, so here is a picture which gives a clear idea. So metal undergoes corrosion, forming metallic compound. Now this metallic compound, we are calling it as rust or corrosion product. Okay, so now during corrosion, what reaction takes place? Oxidation of metal to metallic compound takes place, and there will be some energy liberated. Why? Because here metal will be at higher energy level, metallic compound will be at lower energy level, so there will be imbalance in the energies of both, so there will be formation of energy. So as you can see here, state of higher energy, state of lower energy. Okay, now during metallurgy, what we are doing, this metallic compound, we are giving some energy to it, we have to heat it to really high temperature, and it is reduced to metal. So both are exactly reversible reverse reaction to exact opposite reaction to one another, because of which the corrosion and metallurgy are interrelated to one another. If we have applied a metallurgy on any metallic compound and formed metal, so that metal will try to go back to its original state. So it is a cyclic reaction, but because of the presence of external environmental entities, we are not ending up with the same metallic compound what we have started with. Okay, so I hope this gave a clear idea. Okay, why does corrosion takes place in the reaction form? We'll understand. So naturally metals are found as their ore, which is a stable form. Okay, then we are converting it into metal which is unstable form. Okay, during extraction metallurgy, what we are doing? We are converting metal oxide into metal by using reducing agent, and oxide of reducing agent is formed. Okay, so as you can see here, so your metal oxide will be in stable form, so metal will be in unstable form. Okay, then during corrosion, what exactly happens? Metal which is in unstable form combines with oxidizing agent and converts into its compound form, which is stable form. Okay, metal which is unstable now converted into a metal oxide which is stabler. Okay, but what we are starting, metal oxide will not be same here, so because of which the problem arose. So now I hope this gave you a clear idea regarding corrosion and why corrosion does takes place, because we are converting the natural form of any metal into its unnatural form. It tries to go back to its natural form, because of which corrosion does takes place. Okay, so thank you students. So this was it.